Now this video lecture is on Introduction to ASP.NET. ASP.NET is Microsoft's leading technology for creating web applications. As you have learned while understanding PHP, that PHP can be used along with HTML to develop web applications. Similarly, Microsoft's product is ASP.NET, and it is a technology where you can create dynamic web applications and web apps. ASP.NET is framework for web applications, dynamic websites and web services using server-side scripting capabilities of VB.NET and C# and other .NET compliant languages. ASP.NET is the successor of Microsoft's Active Server Pages with the power of .NET's Common Language Runtime to choose any .NET supported scripting language. CLR objects defined in different .NET languages can interact with each other. As you are already know that in VB.NET the best part is that you can use any underlying language to make your application. Here also the .NET's Common Language Runtime capability is given in the ASP.NET application development environment. Now coming to the features of ASP.NET, the first and foremost feature of ASP.NET is that it is based on object-oriented programming model. ASP.NET framework offers a managed environment for development. That means everything that you do in ASP.NET framework, it will be in the form of some classes and the objects that you can declare. Various components of an ASP.NET web application follow control-based architecture, and coding is event-driven. That means the application that you are developing using ASP.NET, there everything that you will add will be like a control, and the coding will always be event-driven. That means some activity is done on the basis of that activity. Some code will be executed, that will be event driven coding. The rules of encapsulation and reusability are implemented in ASP.NET web development. That means if you have created some codes earlier, you can reuse those codes in your current ASP.NET web application, and the inbuilt controls and inbuilt classes which are available in ASP.NET, they are the example of encapsulation and reusability. Next feature of ASP.NET is integrated development environment. Everything needed for faster and easier coding is provided by a very convenient user interface designer. You can design a very effective and very good looking web pages by using the convenient user interface designer, where you can pick up the controls and drop on your web form, and they can be coded by using the event handling. Then there are a variety of tools in the toolbox, like you already understood in VB.NET, that you can use a whole range of tools to be added in your application. Then it has an integrated debugger. That means if you are you have to understand what coding errors are there in your ASP.NET web application, then you don't have to look for anything extra. The debugger is enclosed in the integrated development environment, where you can see that what are the errors in your code. The ability to test the applications on a preferred browser or an emulator. The application can be run in whichever browser you want to run, whether it is Internet Explorer, Mozilla, or any other browser that you have in your system. And since you are able to develop the web applications or the mobile applications, so you can select your emulators, where you can see that how your application is going to look in the final run. Then you get the capability to connect with databases within the integrated development environment. Then analysis of the application on performance and other metrics, that is also available in integrated development environment. Then next is language independence. Now ASP.NET's very good feature is that it allows you to have the language independence because of the CLR, the common language runtime. So as a programmer, you can use any language that is supported by .NET, like C#, VB.NET, J#, .NET, then Python, Visual F#, Visual C++, etc. The common language runtime generates the intermediate language code after compilation, and this application can be run on any browser. So what CLR does is that it generates the intermediate language after compilation. When you get the intermediate language code, then that means that particular code can run on any browser, so you get a platform independent sort of thing in your web applications. Then inbuilt validation controls. This is a very good feature, where validation means you want to check that whether the correct input is given by the users or not. So before sending the data to the database or before processing, you want to check what is the data sent and whether it is correct or not. So validation and sending correct data from application to the database or for processing is the easiest task in ASP.NET. A web developer can place a validation control next to a control and link it by setting the control to validate property. So what happens here is that when you want to perform a validation on a specific control, all you have to do is you have to pick up the validation control from the toolbox and place it next to the control. By going back into the properties of that control, you can select that which validation control you want to link it with, and by linking it, it will automatically check the value when the code is executed. You don't even have to write a single line of code for doing this validation. Then ADO.NET support. As you know that .NET is a technique of communicating with the databases of all sorts, starting from the open sources to the proprietary softwares like SQL Server or Oracle. So ASP.NET also gets the same support in form of ADO.NET. ASP.NET applications can be built using ADO.NET to handle data from a range of proprietary and open source databases. Then efficiency and high performance, because CLR is implemented in ASP.NET also, so you get the intermediate language that will allow you to run the web pages or services on any browser that you choose or any browser that is used by the users of your application. It reduces loading and execution time because final components are compiled on demand and executed, thus reducing stress on the web server. So all the components which are placed in a web page, they are not automatically loaded. They are loaded only when they are demanded by the application. So here you are actually distributing the stress on the web server, that whenever a control is demanded, only then that particular component is loaded on the user's browser. ASP.NET is characterized by early binding, native code optimization, and just-in-time compilation and caching services. So this will all improve the efficiency of the ASP.NET, and your applications will be high performance. Then next feature is XML for data exchange. As you know that extended markup language XML is a standard to exchange data across networked machines. So ASP.NET supports XML completely, making it possible to exchange data among a variety of machines. There can be variety of hardware and variety of operating system being used by the users of a web application. So for that, data exchange, it can be easily implemented by using the XML standard. Then secure applications. When your web applications are used over the internet, then its security is a very big issue. So ASP.NET applications offer an auto-generated default set of authorization and authentication schemes. You don't have to code much. These default set of authorization and authentication schemes are already inbuilt. If you want to modify them according to your need, that means how much level of security you want to implement, then you can modify them and you can guard your application against any unauthorized accesses or data breaches. The management of sessions and cookies are also very easy in ASP.NET, so this makes the applications very secure. Now coming to the differences between ASP and ASP.NET. ASP is active server pages and it is a development framework for creating dynamic web pages, whereas ASP.NET is a web framework to develop web apps and services. So you can create whole set of web applications using ASP.NET because of the different facilities which are provided in this particular framework. When applications are developed using HTML and VB script in ASP, whereas when you are using ASP.NET for application development, you can use all the .NET compliant languages as well as the integrated interface, where you will be able to create very impressive and very efficient applications. The ASP pages were used to run only on Microsoft supported servers like IIS, whereas ASP.NET can be run efficiently on any kind of server available across the internet, just because it has CLR support, which gives us the intermediate language code and which can be run anywhere and on any machine. There is no support of XML in ASP, whereas ASP.NET applications can implement XML for data exchange. Then in ASP the components used were very difficult to replace or update. So if you have added a component in your web application pages and you want to replace them or update them, that was very difficult in ASP, whereas in ASP.NET the page components are easy to replace, easy to update. Even when your application is executing, you don't need to stop the application. While the application is being run, you can update any component which is there for that particular application. That is just because that the ASP.NET applications or that framework allows you to load only those components which are required by the application, so rest of the components you can update or replace anytime. No built-in validation in case of ASP. ASP never had any built-in validation. If you want to implement validation in ASP codes, then you have to do by using the JavaScript coding, whereas in ASP.NET the inbuilt validation controls are available, so it reduces the efforts of programmers to a very large degree. ASP code editors are limited in editing facility, whereas the ASP.NET it can be developed in the integrated development environment, so it is very easy to design and do the coding task. ASP had only 4 built-in server classes, that is request, response, server and application, whereas in ASP.NET you have more than 2000 built-in classes for server communication. Then in ASP error handling is very difficult, it has a poor capability, whereas in ASP.NET you can handle the errors very easily. ASP didn't provide any server based components, whereas in ASP.NET you can have a huge number of server based components like text boxes, buttons with event handling. The meaning of server based components means that those components are able to be handled in the server side coding. So next difference is that ASP uses ADO for database connectivity, where you have to yourself define that what type of database you are going to use and what is the driver or the for it. But in ASP.NET you have ASP.NET you are able to use ADO.NET. So as you know, in ADO.NET for different type of databases you have different type of classes, so using that you can easily connect the application to your database. Then ASP files are combination of ASP, HTML and coding logic. The ASP files are separate. So these applications store ASP.NET coding and HTML parts in a separate file, so that you can differentiate between the design and the application logic, and one change does not affect the working of the other file. ASP cannot implement page level transaction, whereas page level transactions can be implemented in ASP.NET applications. Now in ASP, the object oriented programming support is very limited, whereas ASP.NET is fully object oriented programming interface. So these are the things about the basics of ASP.NET, and next we will understand how to code an ASP.NET application.